Always burning. Always learning. But no matter what, always earning. Doesn't matter if I'm working for myself or I'm working for a company or we're just all working together. Got to make that money, baby. Welcome to Wally's Teaching Fabrication series, baby. I hope everybody's having a great day. I just want to get on here. I want to let you know happy Monday. It's time to get motivated. It's the best day of the week to get up, get going, and get after it. Mad shout out to the people working 710, 712, 716s, whatever it is your hustle is. I support you guys, and I'm always pulling for you. From the most of the people that don't know what's going on over here, I'm just trying to show you guys how to tackle these welds, how to do these cleanups, how to prep, how to fit, how to basically do it all, man. Wire wheel that inside if you got a chance. Love my ultra clamp, love it. Can't usually use a T, it's just a little awkward still. But it'll give me a good... It was broken completely apart, and these were all bent below. They were actually longer, so what I did was I cut them here and I put new feet on it, and then I re-welded it here. I just made myself a fucking mini jack. Oh, and then it didn't have this, so I had to make myself a, you know, a little threaded thing. Now it's time to do some fit up. I love fit up. I love using this ultra clamp, man. This is the ultimate. If you guys don't have an ultra clamp, you definitely need to invest in one of these. They're awesome. I'm trying to get the fit up right now. You know, I got to tighten up all the little wing nuts on the side. Got to make sure I get my jack underneath it. And then I get it perfectly to the degree that it's going to need to be set to. So that way, when it offsets and rolls where I need it to, it's perfect. All right, it's go time. Tack it up, smack it up, don't jack it up. I always tack the top and then I tack the bottom. That's what you call a hinge tack. Basically, it is what it sounds like. It hinges. That way you can get the fit of the 90, whatever way you need it to, by wedging it either in the throat or on the back side with the two hinge tacks on the side. Piece will look up. Normally you fit this piece on the side, that way you can... Now because I want to fit it on its side, I'm rolling this up and getting it to the degree so I can fit it on the side and not fit it upward. And that's the best way to fit a 45 is on the side. So now that I got it nailed in, I'll go ahead and set that 45 on the side, tack it up, smack it up, try not to jack it up, and go from there. A little more cleanup prep with the flapper disc. I think probably I didn't have any hard discs available for the big grinder, so that's why I'm using a flapper disc, if I recall. This is a 500 wall, so it is a lot more thicker than the pipe that we are going to be applying it to, but I did this on purpose to just show you guys in case you were in a bind and you didn't have a chance to transition it, or you weren't able to for some reason, or they just didn't care. You know, there's still a way, there's still a will, and I'm just going to show you guys how to tackle that. Make sure that when you're fitting up something like this to clean it, you know, maybe put something on the side so it's not rocking back and forth. Maybe even take a clamp and clamping it down, or setting it in two jacks and holding it so that way it doesn't want to rock and roll on you. I just, you know, a little bit reckless here so I can get it where I got it, and then I go from there. Now I like to just set one jack down. Now that I got the ultra clamp, it's easier for me to get the fit this way. Some people prefer two jack stands, but I only need one just to kind of pivot the fitting on there. Make sure you don't pinch your fingers, and then get it up in that ultra clamp, tighten up my wing nuts, and make sure that I get a good, great fit on the side. Then I can level it, and then I can go ahead and tack it up and go from there.
true way to fit these pieces. Get it where you can roll that fucker with it. Cool. It's just wide right there.
So when in doubt, whip it out. This is what I really wanted to show you guys. Every now and then you got to take a step up to catch that puddle because it's kind of getting away from you. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes guys end up stepping in the whole puddle, but if you're able to just step it and catch it, you can continue running it. Now you see how that puddle's kind of dancing behind you, and there's about 1/8 of an inch to maybe 3/16 or 1/4 of an inch behind me. That's what you want at all times. You want to see this puddle dancing behind you as you're traveling. That's how you know it's tying into both sides. The moment it stops dancing on both sides, it's tying in only to one side. Now this is a tie-in right here where I tie it in. Once I get tied in, I just keep going. I keep going until I burn all the way through that tack and I'm going into the next pass, and then I'll brake arc. And remember, before that keyhole gets big, break out of there. Now, I just want to bring you guys along on this journey. I know there's not any kind of voiceover. There's not a lot of music or anything. A lot of that, it's just burning rods, because that's what I do, you know. A lot of the time I don't have my stereo blaring out here. It's just me and the sound of that arch. And so I just want to bring you guys in and showcase you that's what this lifestyle is. It's a lot of welding. It's a lot of consuming this smoke. It's a lot of fire. It's a lot of grinding. It's a lot of welding. It's a whole lot of welding. And, you know, I love it and I enjoy it. So as much as I love and enjoy it, I want to showcase it and show you guys, and in hopes that maybe you will find the spark to this art and it will ignite the fire in your heart.
Cool. Put a beat.
Sometimes you gotta whip that puddle. Sometimes the landings are too small, the gap is too big, the heat is too much, and whipping it just helps you get that in there. And the trick is when you whip it, you press into the bevel, so that way it pushes into the pipe and doesn't pull the weld out of the pipe. Notice I got out of there as quick as I could. It was opening up, brake arc, and get out of there. Then apply it, make a step or two, and then start trying to drag it. Remember, pressure is your friend. You've got to apply that pressure. Now, I'm not talking extreme pressure, but I'm talking a little bit of pressure. And you see the pressure I apply to the rod all the time when I'm showing you how I flex it. It's just a twist of the wrist. It's not really much. It's just a little bit of pressure on the rod, and it goes a long. Most importantest part of tying in that a lot of people do not take into consideration is once you have tied in, keep going. Now you can see here, it's a perfect example of me letting off the pressure. Watch my hand as I let off the pressure right there. That's where I let off the pressure. And you can see it's not much, but I had pressure on the rod and then I slightly let off. Sometimes the pressure is just enough to get that keyhole, and that's all you need. And then once you get that keyhole, you don't have to flex it. Sometimes it's so tight you have to keep flexing it, because that flex is what's going to help you keep penetrating, because you might not be up on your heat. But if you got great heat and you cause the flex at the beginning, you pop your keyhole, you can ride that bead all the way through that gap to the tie-in.
This would probably give you a good arc shot too. Because what I'm dealing with is this is schedule 500 wall, this is schedule 80, so I'm actually having to run my rod kind of at an angle like that to really catch it.
A lot of the time, guys will like to turn it down when they tie in, but I like to turn it up or keep it at the same heat and whip it in there and making sure I'm getting the tie-in to open up and tie in.
Oh yeah, because you went scrounging.
Remember I used, oh wait, there wasn't a couple. We haven't done the hot pass. The bottom of this. Ready?
Yep.
Now there ain't nothing new with the hot pass. You guys seen it a million times. I hot pass with a 532 and all I do is just whip it in there. Remember, the method of hot passing is pick it up, pull it down, pick it up, pull it down. And when you're pulling it down is when you're digging, and when you're picking it up is when you're stacking. I'm really hoping these awesome arc shots that my stepdad Jeff is catching is really going to help you guys either just focus in on capturing that puddle and learning how to manipulate it, or just learning how to hold the rod and positioning of it, or, you know, anything else. And honestly, if you guys got questions, just leave it in the comments. I don't mind getting back to you guys as often as I can. Yeah, I'm busy, but you know what? I made this channel for you guys. I'm here for you guys. You need the advice. That's why I'm... Well, that definitely looks like a close call. We'll have to check that one.
Man, I'm at 200 and something amps. I really knew what my amperage was. I just kind of knew the ballpark, and I always had the helper, and you know, I was always up. It never was hot enough. I'd always put it where they tell me to put it, and then by the time I knew it, it was always way higher, because I don't know why, I just always ran hot. It's just that quick motion. I really like to be quick and whip it, You know, a lot of people like to take their time and molt the puddle, which is fine. There's no way wrong with welding, but you know, I just really like that fast pace. So I like a lot of heat because I like to travel fast, man. And that's just why when you're welding, it's hard for me to tell you what amps I run, because my amps are kind of off the chart.
Earlier I said I was hot passing with a 532. I will hot pass with a 532 on smaller pipes, 2-inch, 3-inch. So most likely not though. On 4-inch enough, I usually like to use a 316 to hot pass, or also known as a 5mm. The 532s, we'll call them 4mm usually out here in the industry. So just get familiar with me calling 532 4mm and 316s 5mm. And this is a 5mm hot passing it. I like to hot pass really hot because you see the trash I'm leaving in there. But you know, guys, it's against code, I guess, somewhere out there to hot pass with 316s. So make sure you're just following the procedure and the codes out there. If they want you to hot pass with 532s, just make sure you're not breaking the rules, because I'd hate to see anybody get run off because I told them to hot pass with a 5mm. Because I've been
so
hot passing with
smooth.
5mm a long. Well, as I wrap it up here, guys, I just want you to know, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys look forward to the next Wally teaching fabrication series I put out. It's actually going to be some in-position welds now, because now I've done most of the rollout. So mostly that I have left to do with this small little fabrication that I'm showing you is some in-position welds. So I hope you stay tuned and like what you're seeing, and if you don't, it's all good. But hey, if you support me and you like me, please share it with your friends. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to smash that like button. I love you guys. I got nothing but respect for each and every one of you, including my haters who want to get on here and bash me. I love you guys too. Have a great one. It's been real. I'm out.
Oh, fuck, that was my